Joining us now, national reporter at the Wall Street Journal, Valerie Borline. She has new reporting as.
Well, we just heard the former president say that there are 32,000 migrants in Springfield, and Governor DeWine and the mayor there says actually there are 15,000 Haitians that have moved there in the last 4 years legally, almost all of them legally, because as we know, there's been a massive humanitarian crisis in Haiti. And actually they've been welcomed to, what we found was they've been welcomed to Springfield with open arms. There was a real labor crunch like so many places during the pandemic. And so the Haitians have been, this community of Haitians have been in the small town of, about 60,000 people. It has created a lot of pressure in the community, as it would with a lot of new people. We just found no truth to the idea that they're there illegally or that there's any issues around the community, eating people's pets, which is really a very serious claim to make. It really does. We heard what the president just said, and also yesterday morning after the story appeared, J.D. Vance, who had originally tweeted about this issue, said, well, I choose to believe the stories are true. And we just, we went there, we talked to people, we asked the police department for all of their records and the sheriff's office, the state wildlife division, and there were just no reports that this was happening. So it is, in journalism, it is discouraging that we are trying to vet these claims in good faith, and they just don't matter. I'm sure y'all's inbox is interesting. My inbox is full of people who said, y'all aren't doing your jobs, and so I'm not sure we've reached a point where our reporting just doesn't break through with people sometimes.
How about in Springfield, Ohio? They had 32,000. This is a little beautiful town. No crime, no problem. 32,000 illegal immigrants come into the town, 32. So they almost doubled their population in a period of a few weeks. Can you believe it? And you know what? They've got to get much tougher. I'm going to go there in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to Springfield, and I'm going.
In the grand spectacle that is American politics, Donald Trump has once again managed to blend horror, hyperbole, and hilarity into a single rally performance. This time, the former president, famed for his audacious claims, has conjured an image of immigrants not only taking over small towns, but apparently preparing to make him their main course. Speaking to a charged-up crowd in Uniondale, New York, Trump suggested that immigrants, particularly Haitian and Venezuelan migrants, are not just threats to public safety, but may soon go full Hannibal Lecter and add a little Trump tartare to their menu.
Much tougher. I'm going to go there in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to Springfield, and I'm going. You may never see me again, but that's okay. Got to do what I got to do. Whatever happened to Trump? Well, he never got out of Springfield.
See me again, but that's okay, he quipped, as though the Springfield, Ohio town square might be his final resting place, possibly with a side of fava beans. Trump's greatest hits: cannibals and crime waves. Trump's love of colorful narratives is nothing new, but invoking the idea that Haitian migrants legally in Ohio under temporary protected status might be involved in an underground cannibal conspiracy seems like something straight out of a low-budget zombie flick. Still, he plays the role of the hero, ready to brave the hordes, if only to emerge as the savior of small-town America. Whatever happened to Trump? Well, he never got out of Springfield, he mused, painting a picture where this idyllic, crime-free town of 32,000 becomes a twisted setting for his doom. One can only imagine Trump facing down a group of migrants while dramatically muttering, "I am not dinner." It's as if his warnings come straight from a script co-written by Quentin Tarantino and Stephen King. The real kicker, of course, is that Trump's claims, particularly about migrants eating people's pets in Springfield, are baseless. But hey, why let reality get in the way of a good old-fashioned cannibalism scare? J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, has happily repeated the same narrative as if to say, yes, those Haitians over there, total pet eaters, don't even let them near a hot dog stand. At this rate, it wouldn't be surprising if their next move is to release a cooking show, Grill with Trump, how to avoid becoming the main course, the Empire State of Delusion. But it wasn't all dietary discussions at the Uniondale rally. Trump, ever the optimist, or is it delusionist, made a bold declaration. He will win New York. Never mind that the last time a Republican took the state was when Ronald Reagan was debating whether to bring jelly beans to the White House. Trump lost New York by 23 points in both 2016 and 2020. But in true Trumpian fashion, he dismissed the naysayers. Nobody can win. Republicans can't win. I said, I can win New York and we can win New York. We're going to win New York. It's the kind of statement that makes one wonder if Trump's rallies aren't just policy speeches, but actually motivational seminars. Can't win New York? Wrong, says Trump. Next, he might announce that he'll be walking on water to Staten Island because, hey, anything's possible in his world. Let's face it, Trump winning New York is about as likely as New York's infamous rats organizing a citywide ballet performance. Yet, there's something admirable about his persistent optimism. He told New Yorkers that if they voted for him, he'd reduce their taxes, crime, and even stress levels. That's right. Under a Trump presidency, New Yorkers can look forward to stress-free subway rides and no more late-night worries about rent. The real bite, why it matters. Jokes aside, Trump's rhetoric is still troubling as it taps into deep-seated fears and xenophobia. His repeated lies about immigrants stealing pets or causing mass crime waves aren't just throwaway lines, they're political weapons. By stoking fear about migrants, Trump and Vance are trying to reshape the narrative of immigration into something grotesque and menacing. They cast migrants as an invading force that's not only out to take jobs, but apparently take lives and possibly limbs. This demonization has real consequences. It fuels anti-immigrant sentiment, encourages discriminatory policies, and leads to a more divided country. The fact that Trump's lies are echoed by sitting U.S. senators like Vance only underscores how deeply embedded these false narratives have become in certain parts of the political landscape. At the same time, his "I will win New York" bit is a reflection of his ongoing need to stay relevant, even in states where his odds of success are slimmer than a slice of New York pizza. It's both a rallying cry and a punchline, embodying his refusal to acknowledge the limits of his appeal. Final thought? Trump's circus continues. In the Trump show, anything is possible. Immigrants might be coming for your pets, or even Trump himself, and a 23-point loss is nothing but a minor hiccup on the road to victory. While most of us can see the absurdity in his claims, the question remains, will the audience?